The performance-packed hatch takes it to another level. You're going to have sports-tuned suspension, Brembo brakes, and it's not just an aesthetic look. It's all-round thrills. It's the 2023 Mini John Cooper Works Clubman ALL4 in John Cooper Works Rebel Green over Mini Yours Leather Lounge Black. Go-kart performance in which you're not going to get with the Civic Type R, a Volkswagen Golf R. What makes the John Cooper Works so special? I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. I'm going to go over all the specs and details starting now. The Mini John Cooper Works Clubman has your LED headlamps and daytime runnings with corner lights. The one-piece grille gets separated with the red stripe and the John Cooper Works badging on top of it. Blacked out mini badging. The iconic trim gets the black mirror caps, the black roof, the gloss black on the exterior, upgraded sports suspension and summer tires, 19-inch JCW circuit spoke two-tone with the red brake calipers, 4 pistons in the front. This is a Brembo spec sports tuned suspension with a strut and multi-link suspension setup, a length at 168.5 inches, a wheelbase at 105.1 inches. This is also the least expensive variant. You're going to be saving at least $2,000 to near $5,000. LED Union Jack tail lights, dual exhaust outlets with your diffuser. You can automatically unlock the doors in the back and they will pop open to 17.5 cubic feet. We have a privacy cover with a 12-volt storage on both sides. Underneath the floor, you can fold this, and it also hangs to give you even more storage. Split fold the rear bench at a 40-20-40 split, increasing cargo to 47.9 cubic feet. It's a wide opening just where the doors are. It does pull out just a touch. It's a twin power turbo mini. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust now. That exhaust that you get out of a Mini, especially when it has the power that we're about to entail, is crazy because this is a small vehicle and they back the performance with a 2.0 liter mini twin power turbo 4-cylinder producing 301 horsepower and 331 pound-feet of torque that's paired to an 8-speed sport automatic transmission, achieving 23 to 31 mpgs. That's good for a 0 to 60 at 4.6 seconds with a quarter mile around 13.5 seconds, top speed around 155 miles per hour. Now, what do these numbers tell us? Well, it shows that Mini is going to be faster than the Honda Civic Type R. Quarter mile is about the same. It's going to be 0.1 seconds slower than the Volkswagen Golf R, which has the DCC adaptive suspension, where the Honda Type R will have your dual axis front suspension. So both of them are going to have dynamics, but none of them are going to have the go-kart feel. Let me know in the comments what you think about the 2023 Mini John Cooper Works Clubman. As we go inside, go over the tech, and take this for our drive. Going inside the JCW or John Cooper Works, headroom starts at 40.2 inches, legroom 41.4 inches. 12-way power seat adjustment, memory for the driver. You get the Union badging, heated, ventilated, and manual cushion extensions. The dashboard gets the performance styling with the piano black Harman Kardon that comes out of those A-pillars in the 8.8. touch screen with navigation, LED rings all around it, pinch, swipe, no Android Auto, Apple CarPlay wirelessly, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse. We have a reverse camera, full trajectory, front and rear parking sensors. Those LED lights, when you get up and close to an object, they will start indicating and changing a color, so that way you know, and it will go red ultimately, so you know you're too close to an object. Dual climate control settings, a USB and a 12-volt, a little bit easier to access. right in front of your cup holders, leather around your 8-speed gear lever, mini drive, which will zoom in and out, makes it nice and easy. If you don't want to use touchscreen, it's going to be more sport derived. Going into your wireless charging pad, open that up into some storage. It's not going to be so deep. It's pushed back a little bit with a leather wrapped multi-function steering wheel. It has the piano black. We get the John Cooper Works badging and the flat paddle shifts. With the gauge cluster that is attached to the steering wheel, it can go through an array of information hitting the BC button. Otherwise, it is pretty straightforward of what it is. Heads-up display on the glass. You can see it with polarized glasses. The piano black wraps all around the dashboard, and it goes into the door panel with your one-touch up and down for all your windows. More everyday or sporty materials, and they keep the pattern structure that goes into a large storage pocket. Dual moon roofs, so everybody gets your vitamin D. For the back seats, I'm at 38 inches of headroom, 34.3 inches of legroom, 6'3". I can fit in the back of this Mini. The door panel gets the same materials that's in the front, so more sport derived everyday materials. That gloss or piano black wraps around and it goes into a one-touch up and down, more firm for your elbows, and a smaller storage pocket. The floor is not completely flat, but we have 2 USB-C ports, air vents in the center with the piano black, storage behind both of the front seats. Sitting into the center, headroom is still not necessarily an issue, nor is leg space. Feet, butt, and shoulder space, because it's not so wide and there's a track for both of the front seats that your feet will be on. That kind of makes it a little bit more for footsie and being close up. For the most part, 3 adults can fit inside the Mini without too many issues. The best part about Mini Cooper's small wheelbase, it will have 14 horsepower less than the rival, but it will have 25 pound-feet of torque more. So what that means is we're going to stop right here and show you. Look at this thing. Oh, she's fast. And the brakes. Brembo spec, you're not going to have to worry about that. Dynamics, this is the go-kart feel that we were talking about on the exterior. You're not going to get that with a Honda or a Volkswagen, so you just have to kind of enjoy what you have in this review, because this is something special that the only car I know of, and I review quite a bit of cars that has this type of feel to it, is a Mini. I wish that they had competition to give you that go-kart feel, and the reason why it feels like that is because you're right on top of the wheelbase. Now this one is a little bit longer because it's over 100 inches, but when you get into the 2-doors, you're at like 96 inches for a wheelbase. And even though this is the least horsepower compared to the rivals, it outperforms the Honda. It's 0.1 seconds slower than the Volkswagen. I mean, when you're thinking about figures, you're saving money, you have cargo, you have that go-kart ride, plus you're low to the ground, so you feel more dynamic at every corner. And what I mean by that is just look at this thing, look. A lot of people might think that they're slow cars. By no means, this is a fast vehicle. Now that's going to take me to some things I like and dislike, and that's what we're going to start talking about right now. The first thing that I like about the vehicle is that you have so much performance numbers underneath this. You're under 5 seconds 0 to 60. Yeah, the price escalates to 50 grand. However, you're getting power seat adjustments in a Mini. You're getting the exterior elements with the piano black. They bring it into the interior elements. So you are getting a package deal whenever you get the iconic trim 2.0. Plus you got your wireless charging pad, wireless Apple CarPlay. I mean, there's a lot to go for here. The second thing that I like about the vehicle is these LED light rings, because they function for everything. Your RPMs, your climate control, your reverse sensors. It's just an awesome setup in the sense that it's playful and yet usable. The last thing that I like is how the back doors open, because it just makes it so much more simpler and it pushes them out really quickly, so it's easy to get your cargo and load and go. Things that I dislike, starting off with, is the spoiler. Whether you're 5 foot or 6'3", you're still going to hit that spoiler because it's just so low, and where the doors open, you want to go inside and you hit it every single time. The second thing that I dislike, no 360 camera, and it doesn't cover the whole screen. Half of the screen is covered with your parking sensors, in which you're not really concerned about that because you hear the beeps and we're used to that. The last thing that I dislike is the rails for the front seat occupants. They are right in the way for the feet for the person that sits in the center, and this is a Mini Cooper that everyone can fit in, even if you're over 6 foot tall. Now with the Mini Cooper, it is going to be very noisy. The Honda Type R will be about the same way. The Volkswagen will be the least noisiest in the category, and the sound will filter through the speakers very similar to Volkswagen. The Honda Type R is a great variant in the sense that it's a longer vehicle, just it's slower, it has more horsepower, less torque. You do have a little bit more interior space because of the length, but you're not going to have that go-kart feel. It will be dynamic, don't get me wrong, and they've lowered weight to it so that way it will be more athletic. It's just, I mean, you're paying more money and this is going to be more performance oriented, and it feels that way inside the cabin. Going to the Volkswagen Golf R, awesome vehicle. I love these 5-door hatches because they're very usable and you can do a lot of things. It's basically like an SUV on a car. Now when you get into the Volkswagen, it's going to have a little bit more harder materials throughout the interior. I would say the seats to this is going to be a little bit more comfortable and plush, and if you're tall, the Clubman is a great variant because you can fit probably, I would say, about 6'6" without too many issues. You have 2 moonroofs, so even in the back seats, it's just a versatile type of vehicle. Stop kind of briefly, turn radius is about 2 lanes, sport mode, let's rock and roll. It's a fun vehicle. I mean, this is something you can drive on a daily basis, and when you get to work, even if you're upset, it's been traffic, it's been this, that, whatever, you're gonna be happy when you pull up, get out, and you're gonna be refreshed. I like to thank Mini of Wesley Chapel for giving us this 2023 Mini John Cooper Clubman ALL4 for our car review. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Hawkeye community. If not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click the next video and the subscribe button. Check out the merchandise, website, and Instagram, and everything we do here at Hawkeye Rides.